All right, so the pigs have been out here for about 3 weeks out on this paddock right here. So they've worn it down very quite a bit in areas. We're going to move them today, and we're going to try to move them over into that area over there and see if we can get them hooked back up. So that's what the job is today.
Is this the hardest part of moving animals?
What?
Moving the fence?
I don't think the pigs are that hard to move because we're just moving them around their permanent structure, and that's kind of the design. Get off
You there. Can you see that right there? So that is a piece of flint. We find this stuff all over our place and down in the creek. It's the material that Indians used to make their arrowheads out of and tools. So we knew that, and I talked about this before, we knew that when way back before we ever owned this place, they used to find arrowheads all the time. And so it's kind of neat as these pigs dredge up this mud and turn things over that we're finding more materials like this. I think we found some pieces of arrowheads over here, so it'll be fun to come out after they're all done turning this over and see what we can find.
So basically, all we're doing is we're just readjusting their run to where they're going to get on all new vegetation. And one of the things that I will say about the Premier 1 fence that we're running, I really like it. It works well. It's pretty modular. I mean, it moves. It does what it's intended to. I just wish they sold it in more than 100-foot lengths. Right now we're running 100 feet, and I need about 300 feet of it to really make runs work. Because I could just raise the pigs in this permanent pen, and they would be fine. I don't think they seem to be perfectly healthy, but you can see this is their home area, and they've just it's nothing. And at some point, I don't know that I want to just keep it nothing. So after they're gone in the spring next year, I'm actually going to move where their permanent pen is. I'm going to move it to a different location. I'm going to let this area rest and see what comes back. So right now I'm going to take this gate that I had fenced off this way, and I'm just going to move it to where it's the other side, and then I'll open the swing gate up. And well, I won't open it until I get power put back on this, but so I've got to move our power source over there.
Do you need help?
Nope. I'm making do.
I could help.
I know you can. I just didn't grab it when I came over.
Aw. You love your sister. Or does she have food on her face?
It's funny to watch them. They love each other every once in a while. A lot of times they get.
I think she probably just had some food on her face.
For those of you that don't know, pigs can't sweat. They don't have glands that allow them to sweat. And so those pigs, what they're doing when they get in that mud like that is they're actually cooling themselves down. So when you see a pig in mud and how filthy they look, that's actually a way for them to cool themselves down. And it's kind of interesting to watch. And
It's not just because they're dirty animals. They're actually pretty
fairly clean. They actually go to the bathroom in the same exact spot almost all the time.
They don't do it where they eat or drink.
Yeah. So what I've got is I've got this, I set this up as like a swing gate. So this actually will swing out over to here, and then I'll tie it off, and then that's how they'll exit. And they'll only be able to get in here, and they won't be able to get past this cattle panel here that I've got.
You want to eat this microphone? I don't think so.
Alright, now when I do this, the fence is going to be live, so you know.
Okay.
Should be.
Here.
I still love watching pigs. Right now, by far, chickens will always hold a real special place for us because I think that's the first animal we ever raised. But if you told me I could raise pigs the rest of my life, I think I'd do that. I don't know why I enjoy them so much, but I just really do. I like watching them. They're interesting animals. They have personalities that sometimes chickens don't, and they taste good too.
They seem pretty happy. Got lots of trees to rub against.
For lack of a better word, they're called pasture pigs, but I mean, they're in the forest or a wood lot right now, and we really enjoy it. There's a lot of acorns, there's hickory nuts, there's a lot of stuff that they can sit in here and jump on, not to mention all the grubs and worms and everything else they can go find, and you can just see that they really enjoy it and are moving along, and they'll have all this stuff knocked down and rubbed down here in the next few weeks, and then we'll move them again. We'll put them in a new spot, and we're just going to move them around their pen for the rest of the year. And then winter, you know, a lot of this stuff will go dormant. Be a lot of acorns that fall out of the trees, a lot of hickory nuts that'll fall out of the trees, and that's what they'll finish on this fall and early winter. So
Spider on me.
right now I'm going to do this week. I'm going to try to get them weighed. So I've got to get out here and spend a little bit more time with them, just get them more comfortable with me. They're pretty comfortable to me. They still recognize me and Ethan now as people that feed them every day.
I don't think they like me very much.
So they're a little skittish when you start bringing in their enclosure. Now, if you're outside the fence, they'll walk right up to you and they don't care. But when you're in their area, they're a little skittish. They're kind of making a wide berth around Jesse right now. So.
Well, thanks for coming along with us today.
So that's going to do it for the video today. Thanks for coming along with us. Hey, we really appreciate all the new subscribers. Thank you all for coming over.
We really appreciate each and every one of you guys.
Yeah, we really do, and that's why we keep making videos, you know, and we really appreciate you guys watching and your comments and your feedback. We do appreciate that, and we look forward to that. So we're going to get off here. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Are you going to turn this fence off so I can get over? I'm not climbing over.
Why not?
Because you're taller than me.
If I turn it off, the pigs will get out.
Just for a second. No! No! No!